Purim Sameach to everyone that's celebrating Purim today, and even if you're not, you omitted Tachanun because we are. I want to talk about not my costume in which I dressed up as a minion, asking, do we have a minion? But rather talk about a different costume. Talk about the costume of the Rama. We've quoted him throughout the year. What did the Rama dress up as for Purim? The story goes that on Motzei Purim, he dressed up not as a rabbi, but rather as a simple Jew. And he went from house to house trying to get a minyan together for Ma'ariv. And I believe that he didn't just do this simply because he wanted a minyan. He did this to teach us something for all generations. And that is, don't ever in Judaism put one value above the rest. Our sages warned us in Pirkei Avot, Havei zahir b'mitzvah kala kevachamura. Be as careful for an easy mitzvah as you are for a mitzvah that you seem to think is more severe. Namely, be as careful to fast on Yom Kippur as you are to make a bracha before you drink a cup of water. And sometimes on Purim, I'm assuming, the Rama saw that people felt that eating and more importantly drinking is the most important thing of the day, and that overrides everything, including Ma'ariv. The halacha is you're not allowed to daven when you're drunk. And the halacha is you have to daven. So in order to get tipsy on Purim on the one hand, and yet fulfill the mitzvah of davening, preferably in a minyan, and davening not being drunk but rather sober, the Rama went out of his way after the Seudah, about 2 hours later, when people sober up, to go around as a simple Jew and say, would you like to make a minyan for Ma'ariv? And I believe for all generations we have to remember, getting happy on Purim is important. Getting drunk on Purim, according to some, is a big mitzvah. I personally believe it's just getting tipsy. Don't think there's a mitzvah to get drunk, but definitely tipsy. But if you're careful, you balance that out with the obligation to daven Ma'ariv, with the obligation to clean the table after the Seudah, with many obligations. It would be absolutely the opposite of Judaism if you went ahead and, because of the mitzvot of Purim, canceled out other mitzvot. So wishing everyone a Purim Sameach. I hope you enjoy the day and you're happy during this day and you'll fulfill all his mitzvot without exception.